You ever get that weird feeling your life could have gone in a totally different direction? We usually treat that as a simple what if. But what if those alternate paths weren't just imagination? What if they were playing out right now in other universes, with other versions of you living stories you'll never remember, but that feel as real to them as your life feels to you? Most people think parallel universes are just movie material, but modern physics flirts with this idea in a much more serious way than it seems. Some of the most advanced models of the cosmos point to multiple realities that might coexist with ours without us ever noticing. If that's true, our universe stops being the main stage and becomes just one more possible scenario among countless others. In this video, you're going to explore 5 eerie possibilities about parallel universes, from slightly different versions of your own life to realities where the very laws of physics are unrecognizable. With each hypothesis, you're pushed to face a disturbing question. What if I'm not as unique as I believe? By the end, the real issue may not be, do they exist, but who would I be in one of them? Picture waking up tomorrow in a universe where everything seems the same, but isn't. The same cities, the same language, but small decisions throughout history went another way. Wars that never happened, discoveries made too early, relationships that simply never existed, and at the center of it all, another you, shaped by choices you never made here. In this mirror universe idea, reality is like a hallway lined with parallel mirrors, each one reflecting a slightly altered you. One who stayed with that person, another who dropped everything to chase a dream, and one where a tiny shift in timing or words pushed your whole life in a new direction. Every one of these you is convinced they're the original, exactly like you are right now. The unsettling part is that if this is real, your identity stops being one of a kind. You're just a statistical variation among many. Your successful version, your failed one, the kind you and the cruel you could all be out there, living the outcomes of paths you only rehearsed in your mind. And the line separating you from them might be as thin as one seemingly trivial decision you still haven't made. Now let's go a step further. Instead of ready-made alternate realities, imagine that new universes are born all the time. At every quantum event, every possible fork, every time a particle can follow 2 paths, reality splits. One universe for each outcome that includes you. One universe where you clicked this video, another where you skipped it, another where it never showed up on your screen. This is a popular reading of the so-called many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. In it, the cosmos doesn't pick a single result. It allows all of them. You don't see the other versions unfolding because each branch follows its own line of reality. To you, it feels like only one thing really happened. But out there in other branches, the opposite is also true, and it's happening to another you. The most disturbing part is thinking about the weight of tiny actions. If every decision creates a new branch, then there's an infinite forest of realities, where each version of you carries different consequences. In one of them, a message you left unanswered changed everything. In another, a 5-second delay saved or destroyed a life, and you'll never know in which branch the best story actually landed. So far, we've talked about universes similar to ours with small twists. But what if out there are realities so different you couldn't survive in them for even a fraction of a second? Universes where gravity is so intense that stars never form, others where no stable atoms exist, and still others where time isn't a line, but a tangled structure we simply couldn't comprehend. In this scenario, parallel universes aren't twin brothers, but distant strangers, almost unrecognizable. In some of them, life could never appear. In others, it might emerge in ways that don't even fit our idea of what life is. Maybe civilizations based on completely exotic physics would see our set of laws as primitive, limited, almost childish, something to study out of sheer curiosity. And if minds exist in universes with different laws, communicating with us would be nearly impossible. It's not that words are missing. The basic shared concepts are. It'd be like trying to explain color to a being that only exists as sound. The creepy part is imagining that even so, those universes could, in principle, interact with ours in ways we might label today as unexplainable phenomena. Now imagine space as a cosmic foam. Each bubble in that foam is an entire universe, born from a process called eternal inflation. In some cosmological models, the very fabric of reality keeps inflating non-stop, and bubbles of universes appear as small regions where that expansion slows down and turns into a local Big Bang. Our universe would be just one of these lonely bubbles. Think about what that really means. Somewhere out in this beyond, which isn't space in any sense we know, new bubbles could be forming right now. Some pop quickly, others last for trillions of years. We live inside one with zero direct awareness of the others. To us, the whole cosmos is this bubble, but to a larger reality, we're just another one among many. The disturbing detail is the chance of bubbles colliding. If two inflating regions meet, the impact might leave scars in the very fabric of the universe. Distortions in background radiation, strange patterns in the sky, marks some physicists have tried, without definitive success, to hunt for. A collision like that could rewrite our cosmos completely, like two soap bubbles merging in an instant into something new. Finally, picture parallel universes not only as physical structures, but as digital ones. A highly advanced civilization could simulate not just one universe, but thousands, fine-tuning physical laws, fundamental constants, and starting conditions like sliders in a piece of software. Each simulation running in parallel would, for all practical purposes, be its own universe with its own unfolding history. In that setup, parallel universes would be like tabs open on a cosmic computer. In one tab, a universe where life never appeared. In another, a hyper-populated universe full of advanced civilizations. In a third, ours with its galaxies and doubts. And the creator of this system might be able to pause, duplicate, reboot, or shut down entire universes with a single command, without anyone inside ever noticing. Here, the most unsettling part isn't just the idea that we're in a simulation, but that we might be only one of many versions of the same experiment running at once. Maybe there are millions of us in variations of the same test timelines where humanity never left the Middle Ages. Timelines where we wiped ourselves out too early, and others where we advanced way too fast. All of that just data in a gigantic experiment. If any of these ideas carries even a grain of truth, then your life as you know it is not the only way it could exist. Somewhere there might be a you who took another path, another who never overcame what you did, and another who achieved things you haven't even dared to try here. Suddenly, what you call reality looks more like just one possible edit among many. The real question is, what do you do with this? You can treat it like a fun curiosity and slip back into autopilot, or you can use this strange feeling to rethink how you're using the only slice of existence you actually have access to. This one. The version of you that's here now is the only one you can influence, in this specific universe where you're conscious. If this dive into parallel universes messed with the way you see your own life, drop a comment saying which of these ideas hit you the hardest. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with that friend who's always saying, "What if?" Who knows? Maybe in some universe out there, that simple choice changes everything, and, just maybe, it changes more than you think in this one too.